Housemate, there's a Creole saying, with the iron one, exactly. Housemate Matthew, it's been an honor having you in my house. I wouldn't trade it for the world. And I feel the feeling is the same with the fans. Now, there's a whole different dimension waiting for you out there. You're probably and most likely going to face a lot of pressure as regards people's expectations, people's thought processes, and people's views. There's always one thing that hits every housemate immediately they step out. I call it the back to reality syndrome. I thought it was important I prepare your mind for that. Before and during the show, I made sure to do a lot of research about each and every one of you. You've had a few successful concerts. You're one of the few ceremonies that has been able to fill up the Radisson Blue Garden when no one expected it. You came with a new brand and did what everyone thought you wouldn't achieve at a time when competition was intense. Therefore, it is important, after observing you, doing my research about you, to draw your attention to a few things. My reason for drawing your attention would be for you to take this moment to brood over them and see where you can make adjustments, changes, or improvements. As an individual, you're one of the very few I can say that your being is a brand. Your being is very diverse, very prominent, and could be something that could get you to the pinnacle of your dreams. Therefore, it is important that in this journey you become very more self-aware of every step you take, especially in relating with individuals and for every time you step out of your house. You're one of those that you can't afford to be caught sleeping. The Big Stew brand is now known across the globe. What you do with it is very important. How you capitalize on the relationships you've built and the knowledge you've acquired is what will determine if you would be successful in your craft and at the same time successful financially. There's a syndrome that is sort of a ceiling that needs to be broken in serial. People have successful shows but have nothing to show for it. It is not your portion. One of the advantages you now have is you were in a house for many weeks with different kinds of individuals with different characters, meaning you had an opportunity to observe and understand what makes them tick and how to get them to love or like whatever you sell. Don't just stop at making shows. Create merchandise. Brand the merchandise. Take your time and get the best to help you brand that merchandise. It should be a privilege for anyone to put on your merchandise. Big Stew is a catchy phrase, and you've been able to sell it. It doesn't need to be limited to your event organizing or hosting. You've dared to dream. You've pushed yourself beyond your comfort zone. It makes no sense to hesitate going forward. In fact, you're not allowed to hesitate any longer. All you have to do now is win and win and win again. The world is at your fingertips. From now on, it has to be greatness all the way. You've been through a lot, brother. You have. And you've been able to wear a face that doesn't tell where you've been. Keep it up, brother. But make sure the cruel journey, that painstaking sacrifice you made, those sleepless nights, those relating with people you wouldn't normally relate with just because of your dream. Let those efforts not be in vain. Imagine what you've achieved without a phone and without contact with the outside world. Imagine what you could achieve with all of that when you step out. There's no stopping you, housemate Matthew. I told another housemate this. You came into the world alone, and you would go alone. You came into housemate alone. You're going with so much knowledge, so much experience, but still alone. Meaning, for some individuals, you cannot hinge your success on one path. You have the ability to multitask, and you have the ability and the capacity to create even greater things than you had before, and do them consistently and diligently. Now is the time for your breakthrough. Now is the time that the spotlight is right on your face. You can't afford to let it in or go to waste. With the iron one, exactly. You're not even allowed to think small or dream small. Think about it this way. You've done successful shows in London, and in a short while you came to Freetown and did successful too. Sierra Leone has probably a little more than 8 million people. With your ability to mingle, your creativity, your energy, your aura, and most of all, the fans you've acquired over these few weeks. For example, the Mano River is now easy. They all watched you, housemate Matthew. They all did. Now they all know Big Stew. So where you would have needed someone to introduce you, Stu is now known in those corridors. Don't limit yourself. The world deserves to enjoy what you have to offer. You are a torchbearer, and from your relationship with the entertainment industry, I believe by now you know there is a new dispensation. Take the lead, housemate Matthew, and fly the flag of Mama Salone so high that no one across the globe can even claim